When he started off his career, he didn't have much property or any good amount of wealth. So he, being an ambitious person, he said to himself that I will be a big rice merchant in the area, like an oligarchy. What that means is he wants to control the rice prices and the availability of rice in the open market. So he had a very, very big ambition. As per his ambition, he was prospering well. He was buying big houses, converting them into storage, and he was building his own storage facilities also, so that he could store huge rice bags, say a rice bag, 100-pound rice bag, so he could store huge, stockpile them from floor to the ceiling. So as per his dream, now he has accumulated enough wealth. He is the oligarchy of a certain region. He has a good power to control the price by controlling the supply. So one day, few spiritual people have approached him. Mr. Subbaiah, you are one of the richest person in this area and you are the biggest rice merchant. We would like to build a temple or a church in this area. We would like a good donation from you, and we would like your spare time to come and volunteer your time at the temple or the church. He said, he thought about it and replied, I don't have any time in this world, and I can't donate even a single dollar or rupee to your organization. He said, please go away from here. Then those people, out of due respect for this rich person, they said, you don't have any time, and then they mutually reviewed his schedule, what Subbaiah he spends his time in. And they reviewed, and he was super busy person, thinking of how can he build his next storage facility, or thinking about how can he expand his region where his rice distribution happens. So he was super busy, he couldn't spend time with his wife or his children. Then these guys replied, if you don't have any time, try to think about God or meditate when you are sitting on your party. Right? That is the only free time you might have. He said, okay, I will think about it, but I can't promise. Because he said he was talking on cell phones. Now, having reached his dream, one day he sat and thought, what do I do next? And then he came up with a big project of building a huge storage facility where he can stockpile more and more quantities of rice. Then he embarked on that idea and slowly accomplished it and built the big storage facility. One day, when he was about done with all his business, he was closing the store and it was getting dark and cloudy. He closed the store and he was walking by. A man in desperate conditions approached him. He was begging. He approached him and he started begging, Subbaiah, I have half a rupee with me, that is 50 cents approximately. In Indian it is called half a rupee, here it is 50 cents. I have 50 cents with me. My family, my wife, my kids and my old grandmother are starving and they didn't eat for last 1 week. So please give me whatever rice that you can for this half a rupee. Generally, if you see for 1 rupee you could get 5 pounds. So for half a rupee you can get at least 2 pounds. So this man, or doing a reasonable math, he asked, can you please give me at least 2 pounds of rice? Then Subbaiah, he thought he could make use of this opportunity, and he offered the man 1 pound of rice or nothing else, because he already locked the door. 1 pound or nothing else. So being a desperate condition, the man has to accept taking 1 pound because he has to feed his family and he has to feed his mother who was on verge of death because of starvation. So having accepted to give him 1 pound, so Subbaiah is trying to use of this small opportunity, even of a rupee worth. He wants to capitalize on this. So he asked the man to wait out, and Subbaiah went towards the new storage facility he built. He tricked the man in between. He tried to go one way. When the man started seeing somewhere else, he went to the new storage facility that he doesn't wanted the man to know where he was going. So he went inside, he locked the door. And one idea tricked him that why do I need to open a rice bag and give him? He thought he will steal from one of his rice bags and give him. So there was a huge stockpile of rice bags. So from the bottom one, he thought to steal just 1 pound. Like say from 100 bag pound, if you steal one, nobody is going to know, and that too he can just put some band-aid or something, it will be good to go. So he started stealing from that bag. And the man outside, he's been waiting for a long time, and it was tough to sustain anymore, and Subbaiah didn't come out. And the man waited, and he has to feed his family. Then he ran to Subbaiah's house. He told his wife that he has spoken to him, and he promised to give me 1 pound of rice, and he disappeared. He couldn't find him anymore in that location. His wife, anxious, and she was fearful that by this time he should have already come home and had his dinner and slept. Then with this man and with these other people, they started searching all the storage facilities. Initially his wife didn't want to disclose the new one because he kept it a super secret. And then later when they searched everything, she had no option but to reveal the new facility. So it was almost the next day morning they were kept searching. So finally she revealed about the new storage facility, and then it was locked from inside. They have to break it open, and they found something surprising. Subbaiah, all the rice bags have stumbled upon him and suffocated him to death. And he was on the ground, falling on the ground, just trying to reach for the half a rupee. I think it went away. He was trying to reach for the half a rupee. So his wife fell into tears. The man couldn't get immediately the half a pound of rice that he was promised. Huge crowd from the village started gathering, and everybody was talking to each other. This man, he was so rich, but he was trying to capitalize on each situation, and today he had to give up his life just for half a rupee worth. And other dramatic thing was, he was trying to stockpile rice, which was his motto, which eventually killed him. Thank you.